Following the Season 1 finale, Sylvester Stallone's Tulsa King Season 2 heavily emphasized one of the most bizarre changes to Armand Trucy's, Max Casella, character. Armand Trucy got a lot more screen time and had a much bigger impact on the show than he did in Season 1, despite having a relatively small role. Unfortunately, this impact wasn't positive, and it went against the character development he had in Season 1. The 8th episode of Tulsa King Season 2 only exacerbated Armand's long-term downhill trajectory. He joined Dwight's organization as a mole for Cal Thresher, Neil McDonough, which paved the way for the altercation at the wind farm and might even turn Armand into one. Hey everyone, hope you are having a good day. Before going to the main topic, I want to say like this video and subscribe to the channel. Among those responsible for the gang war in Tulsa King, Armand is at his lowest point right now because he lost most of his friends, his work, his family, and both of his illicit sources of income. The Armand from Tulsa King Season 1 has been totally transformed by it, as well as the way he stole the bread $2. Given what Armand stated at the conclusion of Tulsa King Season 1, his choice to rob Dwight and the bread $2 is somewhat unexpected. Armand talked to Dwight in the season finale about how he was sick of escaping his troubles the way he had when he first fled New York and said he was never laying low again. That was a pretty big moment for Armand because it was the pinnacle of his character growth, but Tulsa King Season 2 ruined it. Armand spent the first season of Tulsa King attempting to learn how to confront his past rather than avoiding it. Armand demonstrated that he had at last learned to handle his issues on his own terms by choosing to stand with Dwight and confront Chicky. Tulsa King Season 2 Episode 8's conclusion and Armand's choice to rob the bread $2 totally reversed that. Throughout the season, Armand had encountered a number of difficulties, but rather than confronting them head-on, he made a string of poor choices that ultimately led to his real and figurative flight. In order to explain why Armand is once again fleeing his issues and why it destroyed all of his character growth, Tulsa King has gone to considerable measures. This season, he's dealt with a lot of difficult issues, including his drinking problem, his continuous debt to Dwight, his divorced wife Clara, Stephanie Kurtzuba, and the child support payments, and the mess he got into with Cal Thresher. Armand's desire to flee his troubles once more is logical, but that doesn't change the fact that it was a poor decision to reverse his growth from Tulsa King Season 1. In Tulsa King Season 1, Armand put in a lot of effort to reach a point where he was no longer forced to flee his issues. Even though he had been living in terror for decades at that time, he overcame his fear and anxiety and found the bravery to meet Chicky. Unfortunately, Tulsa King Season 2 instantly erased all of Armand's progress after so much work. From a narrative perspective, his difficulties in Tulsa King Season 2 make sense, but it is disheartening to witness a character who has already matured so much become a supporting antagonist. In addition to destroying Armand's character development, Tulsa King Season 2 also destroyed all of his potential for the season. Armand could have been a valuable member of Dwight's gang because he lived in both New York and Tulsa, so he had the same mafia knowledge as Goody Chris Caldovino and the local knowledge of Mitch Keller, Garrett Hedlund. Rather than allowing Armand to play a significant role in the gang, Tulsa King Season 2 effectively forced him to flee his issues. The fact that Tulsa King could have had it both ways without damaging Armand is what exacerbates Armand's decline. Goody would have been a far better choice than Armand if Tulsa King Season 2 had been determined to have a key member of Dwight's group turn against him. The only reason Goody, one of the newest gang members, joined Dwight was because he didn't really like Chicky. In Tulsa King Season 1, he had already betrayed one mob boss and showed virtually no loyalty or character growth. Goody's betrayal has been hinted at since the first episode of the season, and while it wouldn't have been particularly surprising, it couldn't have been less shocking than Armand's. Additionally, Goody could have made New York much more intimidating by confirming a Tulsa King theory about Chicky that claimed he had planted Goody as a mole in Dwight's operation. In other words, Goody would have been the ideal person to betray Dwight, and Armand would have paid the price for that lost chance. Even though Armand's betrayal of Dwight wasn't ideal, it is where his plot is headed in Tulsa King Season 2. Armand is rapidly running out of alternatives after robbing the bread $2, and Goody's promise that Dwight would skin him alive is starting to seem more real. Armand will likely need to intensify his efforts to escape his issues because he will no longer feel comfortable anywhere close to Tulsa. His sole benefit is that Dwight has more important matters to attend to in his conflict with Bill Bevilacqua and his retaliation against Jackie Ming. Armand will most likely take advantage of it to travel as far away from Oklahoma as he can, possibly all the way to Mexico. But there's also the chance that Armand will eventually stop avoiding his issues and choose to confront Dwight and take ownership of his actions. In the hopes that it would be valuable enough to protect Clara and his kids, he could hand over the cash to Dwight. Armand could reverse the character development that Tulsa King Season 2 undid if he takes that approach. Having a Sunday habit is nice, isn't it? Sundays for many Americans are spent getting up early, eating a satisfying breakfast, and then relaxing to watch football. This fall, however, will bring another essential Sunday morning ritual for fans of a specific Sylvester Stallone television program, seeing a new episode of Tulsa King, which is finally making a comeback for its second season 2 years after the first premiere. Tulsa King, which was produced by Taylor Sheridan, Yellowstone, Mayor of Kingstown, etc., and showrunner Terrence Winter, Boardwalk Empire, was a huge hit in its first season. It combined traditional mafia crime drama with some fish-out-of-water comedy to create a show that was ultimately a lot of fun. In addition to following veteran mafioso Dwight, the General Manfredi, Stallone, when he comes out of prison after 25 years, Tulsa King also incorporates family drama, a marijuana shop, and a variety of entertaining supporting characters. It's enjoyable and simple to watch, making it ideal for a Sunday pre-football ritual. In addition to Stallone, nearly the whole cast from Season 1 is back, including Andrea Savage, Martin Starr, and Garrett Hedlund. However, we also get to meet some more powerful antagonists. This includes roles portrayed by action mainstay Frank Grillo and longtime friend of Taylor Sheridan Neil McDonough, who portrayed a villain in Yellowstone. It should be enjoyable and a fun challenge for Dwight, played by Stallone. All the information you require to ensure that you don't miss any Tulsa King Season 2 episodes is provided below. Hey everyone, let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.